Hey, it's Denise. I'm not even going to lie and say it's going to be quick today because I'm going to be doing a few things. This is kind of a catch-up video of things that I owe you a review or some comments on, some City Beauty products, a use of, I put it down over here somewhere, a hair leave-in hair mask that I got in a recent box. This one that I had talked about from my FabFitFun box. Used it yesterday and have not washed my hair yet again today since using this yesterday. And I don't know if you can really see, but it definitely feels soft. It feels like, like it got well moisturized. But it's definitely not greasy, and it doesn't have that dry flyaway feeling that my hair tends to get. So, yeah, just go over that again, too, because that was my first use of it. And I was going to wait a few days and say, oh, let me try it a few times in a row. I tend to wash my hair like every other day. I don't wash it every day. When I was younger, I did, but now that I'm 51, I've noticed definitely my hair dries out easier, and I just don't seem to, it's your body doesn't produce as much oil as it did when you were younger. So that's that. I also had told you I would be starting back now that my face is not so broken out anymore, that I was going to go back to trying the City Beauty products that I had been using and was happy with prior to the all the stress in my life that I think really is what caused my skin to break out, because I had been using the City Beauty moisturizer for quite a while. That's what made me go ahead and order the additional products from them. And so I started back yesterday using them. That would be the Multi-Action Sculpting Cream and the Invisicrape Body Balm, which I'm using mostly on my hands and neck. So I just started back using them again yesterday, and as you can see, no irritation on my face or neck or hands. So I'm gonna start keeping a regular regime of using those. I do think some, and I've had this with other creams and lotions in the past, which is why I'm thinking it, creams that are too actively doing something. Like, I could never use any of the, like, Retin-A type things that are, really causing like almost like a chemical peel. Way too aggressive and irritating for my skin. So I'm thinking that because there are a lot of actual active ingredients in these products, instead of just the simple light moisturizing ingredients that are in some of your more basic moisturizing products, I think that maybe I have to not use them quite as often, because I realized when I was having really good, got my work in progress, working on becoming me, or something to that effect. Is that what it says? Gradually becoming me. Ain't that the truth? But like I was saying, when I was first using just the sculpting cream, as I was losing the weight and actually starting to get a jawline back and a neck that was less wide than my head, and if you think I'm kidding about that, I'll have to show you a picture. I was on prednisone for a long time, and the amount of swelling I had in my neck, and it was like my neck was actually like wider than my face. I didn't want to leave the house. There were days that I just found myself like, I can't leave the house. I can't let people see me like this. I was horrified by how I looked. And I've lost a lot. I've lost, I want to say, probably 85, 90 pounds, close, in that range. So, yeah, the skin is not as tight as it should be, but compared to what it had looked like, I feel like I have my face back. But I am dealing with, you can see my surgical scar from when I had the spinal cord surgery. And when I was heavier, there was kind of a natural skin fold, which is why they put the incision where they did. And you really didn't see it, but now that I've lost the weight, it's really obvious. At least to me, it's like, screamingly obvious. Probably other people just look at it and think, oh, a scar, but because for the first several years after surgery you really couldn't see it, I got used to the fact that there was no visible scar from my surgery. So now that I've lost the weight and it's there, I'm like, ugh. So anybody knows of any of the, I know there are a number of products that claim to make scars less visible. If any of you have had experience with ones that you find actually have worked, I'd love to hear and give it a try. But in the meantime, I'm thinking if maybe there's too much active ingredient for my ridiculously sensitive skin. When I first started using this, I have to admit, I was kind of on the lazy side. I wasn't doing it for a product review, so I wasn't like following the directions, which say to use it twice a day. I was kind of hit or miss. Most days I was using it once. Occasionally I'd forget to use it altogether, and yet my skin looked great. So when I started making a point of using it twice a day, because I felt like if I'm going to give it a fair review, I should really be following the directions. It's hard to say because it's at the same time that, as I mentioned before, my dad became very ill over a course of 6 weeks, deteriorated, and he passed away on January 1st. So yeah, there was incredible stress and lack of sleep and crying my eyes out. My face was just like a irritated, blotchy red mess with little like red bumps. Not like pimples, but just if you have really irritable skin, you'll know what I mean. It just gets like rashy. So I'm sure the stressful situation was contributing greatly to that. And also I realized it was during that time that I was trying to be good and really, because I wasn't home, I was living on my parents' couch and had this sitting on the end of the end table next to me, so I was actually remembering to use it twice a day. So I'm wondering if maybe once a day is better for me with something that has a lot of actually active ingredients. Okay, so I feel like I kind of caught up on the stuff that I was in the middle of needing to get back to on. Let's check out what came in the mail today. Some of it's exciting, some of it's not so exciting, but still might be of interest to people. So, first and probably least exciting, but definitely something that I use every day. You can see it's from Patch MD is the name of the company, and it is, that's the name of the company. Patch, is it not even focusing, is it? Well, it's Patch MD, and they have their own website. I am on their email list because when they have sales, they have really good sales. These are the vitamin patches that I use every day since I actually started using them before my weight loss surgery to be sure that they would agree with me and that my blood work would stay good and that I would absorb everything from them like I'm supposed to. And I do. So each pack is a 30-day supply. And at my doctor's office, they're $15 a piece. So if I'm there, it's easy to just pick them up. Now that I'm not having to be there every month, I realized on the website, they're generally $19 a piece. And then you're paying shipping. So I wait, and pretty much like every other month, I'd say, they have a 50% off sale, seems to be the pattern. So when they go on sale for 50% off, then it comes down to, even with the tax and shipping, they're down to the same price, or even sometimes maybe $1 less than picking them up at the office. So they just recently went on sale, and so I ordered 3 packs and got them delivered to my door for basically within $1 of the same price, of the $15 price that I would pay if I bought them at the doctor's office. So to me, that was a no-brainer to buy them when I can get them delivered to the house and not have to wait till I'm going down to the doctor's, which is, at this point, I'm still living 4 hours roughly away from my doctor. And that will probably change in the next year or so. But for now, if I can stock up on them through the mail, it's easier to do. I definitely recommend these to people, at least to try it if it's okay with your doctor. If you're someone who does need to take vitamins, they don't just do the multivitamins. They do specific vitamins like the different B vitamins, B complex, vitamin D, which is something that I was deficient in even before weight loss. That was something that I was taking prescription strength. You do not need a prescription for these, so there's something that you can buy. And, I asked my doctor, was it okay? And then we checked my blood work after I'd been using these for a couple months instead of taking the pills, and my vitamin D levels were totally within normal where they should be, so to me, for $15 a month, compared to all of the vitamins and minerals that they would replace, especially for someone who has had weight loss surgery, you have to take more vitamins than the average person. And if you're someone who's doing that, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a couple chewable multivitamins a day, a couple chewable calcium supplements, vitamin D supplements, iron supplements. There can be a lot of vitamins that a person has to take after weight loss surgery. So for $15 a month to have just a patch that you put on, to me it was like, okay, here's this list of vitamins, and you have to take it this many times a day, and this one can't be with food, and this one has to be with food, this one can't be near your other medications. And it was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. And then it's like, or use the patch. And which arm did I do? Yes, right there. There's the patch. Put it on when I take my morning meds, and in the evening when I take my evening meds, I take it off. That easy. Okay. Not very exciting, and not for everybody, I realize. But like I said, it's not just for people who have had weight loss surgery. Anyone who's taking vitamin supplements, it might be something that you want to check out, both for the convenience, for the fact that they really do absorb very well if you're someone whose stomach doesn't tolerate vitamins well, and also the cost. $15 a month is cheaper than what I would have been paying for all of the vitamins that I would have had to take separately. So that's Patch MD. Check them out if you're interested in vitamins. Next, we'll save Causebox for last because it's probably the most interesting. Next, I did, it's the order I placed for City Beauty. I wanted to try something else of theirs. And, okay, I've got the granny glasses and the scissors right here, because we know I'm going to need those things. Where's the tape? Feels like there should be tape there, but I don't feel tape. I feel tape here. I think I got it. Okay. Is this not what I thought I was getting? This is not what I thought I was getting. I thought I was getting the clear lip stuff. Maybe you know what? I was like, wow, this is fast because I just got a your order has shipped thing yesterday. So that must be coming in the next order. I am running a little bit low on the multi-action sculpting cream, so I did order another one. Okay, so that is a product that we've already discussed. And trying to think if they said that didn't send. When you initially get the stuff from them, they do send information cards on each product that you order rather. But I've had this before, so yeah, it's just a packing list showing that the order was for one package and that's what was sent. Okay, on to the good stuff. Causebox. Causebox is generally fun. They always have really cool boxes. I actually reused 2 of their boxes as for people that I wasn't just giving it like a single gift to for the holidays, that I kind of made them up like a care package kind of box, and I reused my cause boxes for that purpose because they're really nice, sturdy, and usually kind of pretty decorated, artsy looking boxes. All right, having said that, let's get this open. I'm going to try to cut the tape because I don't want to rip the box. There we go. Causebox is a quarterly box. And we have Causebox Good News Winter 2020. There's the cover of the little booklet. Usually it gives you a rundown on the different products, the different companies they deal with in terms of fair trade, business practices, making sure that they're not dealing with companies that use child labor or exploit their workers. So I do like dealing with them. See how pretty it looks before I take it apart. It's got I always catch that that green stretchy thing, don't I? I should just move it. So yeah, look, it's nice and neat and packaged before I get started on it. And let the neatness be gone because it's just how kind of I am. All right. Here we have a postcard. And it says, and if you look closely, you will see, hope is close, love is near, and kindness can be found in all seasons. Well, that's very nice. It's pretty, and it is a postcard. And then we have Mittens. Oh, you know what it looks? It looks like the fingerless ones, but they have the flap to go over the top, which I love those. I know some people think they're like a little hokey, old-fashioned, they kind of look like, is it a glove or is it mittens? Well, I happen to like mittens. I think they keep your hands warmer because they don't separate your fingers from each other. So, and I live somewhere really cold, so it matters. Maybe it doesn't matter if you live somewhere warm, but if you live somewhere really cold, it matters. All right, I'm just unbuttoning the little flap. The little flap thing. So then you got, they're nice and soft. Got your fingerless gloves. And I like that the thumb is covered because I don't really use I'm not someone who texts with their thumbs. I usually, because I don't want to put the granny glasses on, once the phone does the Face ID and you swipe up the thing with your finger, I usually do the lazy thing and I dictate, and then of course you have to proofread it to make sure that you're not saying anything horrifically wrong, because we all know how that dictation can change what you said. And then it's like a little mitten once you put the top back over your fingers once you're done touching whatever you have to touch on your phone or whatever you didn't want to get maybe you need to feel something with your fingers. Anyway, I love these. I think they're super. And these will definitely be getting put in my jacket pocket so that I have them with me. I like that way better than just the plain old fingerless gloves with no way of covering your little fingers once you're out there in the cold and you want them covered. So to me, these are great. I'm gonna unbutton the other one while I'm thinking of it and put them together so I have them to put right in my jacket pocket. I know I forgot to take them with me. Okay. Definitely happy with those. Okay. Next we have this little silver box, which has maybe Granny Glass time. 4-in-1 correcting primer. Let's see. I don't know why I was expecting it to be like, like see-through so you can see the color of the product. In case you haven't noticed, I'm like a little on the pale side. So any sort of foundation type of thing, generally I'm like pretty much like the palest option there is. So let's see. See what we got. Safety seal on there. Oh, this is like, okay, I was expecting it to be correcting primer as in like maybe like, something your skin tone to cover blemishes, but this is white even by my standards. Let's see, I could use some correcting around here. A little blotchy. So I guess if I was going to put primer on, this would be it, and then maybe now you're like, wow, Denise, your skin just turned really red. If I even touch my skin, it turns red. So I can't blame it on the product for at least 20 minutes. As long as I don't start getting itchy, then it's usually just the fact that I touched my skin that it's red. This has a pleasant enough smell that if I wanted to use it and put makeup on over it, I would, I don't have a problem with the smell at all. Although, I was hoping it was more of, I guess, of a concealer. I guess the word primer, I should have realized, is, it's not saying it's a concealer. But, I could try putting some sort of, I should try to find some sort of concealer. Do you put primer on and then put concealer over it? Seems a bit redundant. But this is me who doesn't really wear makeup talking. So anyway, the brand would seem to be, I'm going to assume, pronounced Pure. And I'll give it a try, because occasionally if I do get blotchy and stuff, I do put some kind of like powder. I do have some makeup. I know. I'm always like, sorry, not wearing makeup, but I do own some. And, like I said, if I really do break out, I will. This is heavy. What is this? Oh, these are cute. These are cute. It's 3 little pair of stud earrings. I don't care if the earring itself hangs long. Right now I've got tiny little, I don't think you can even see them. They're like 22 karat gold. They're just little tiny circles on my ears. I don't mind if the earring hangs long, but I still like a post back. I don't like the hook backs or the lever backs. So these are kind of adorable. It's 3 pair of earrings. Do I have it upside down? No. And they're post backs. So I would definitely, they're not huge. They're like everyday wear. I would wear these. And they were like, you can see the holes. They impaled the side of this box. see what's in the box. If I put my glasses on, I bet there's a hint as to what's inside the box. It says something about these gorgeous mugs were hand illustrated, so I'm going to guess it's a mug. Ooh, it's a set of mugs. Even better. We've got... Oh, look at this. This is so cute. It's like it's like pink with white, and then sort of the reverse, the white with pink. Matching mugs. They're like the same size, same shape, but they've got their colors reversed, which is kind of cool. Very nice. I definitely like these. And that other box I used to get, you always seem to get one glass at a time. Occasionally, although often it was, now that I'm thinking about it, was, you know, for an extra cost, you would get sets of things, but a lot of times it was like, okay, it's a really beautiful glass, but I have one. And I can appreciate that. I'm not one of those people who has to set the table and everything has to match. I can totally appreciate having unique glasses or plates at each setting. Sometimes I think that actually looks pretty cool instead of everyone having the same stuff. But it is nice sometimes to actually get a set of something. Now here we have our final thing in the box, and it's big. Let's see. It's heavy like a blanket. I have to say, I'm loving this. This might sound mean towards other, you know, boxes, because, you know, sometimes you're just kind of like, that was okay. But, like, I'm loving this. When like, every product in there is pretty much like, yeah, not only would I use it, but I like it. Like, this is so soft feeling, and it's a blanket. This is a, like, do you see how big we're getting here? This is, and it's got little tassels. It's got a little tassel. It reminds me of, like, the flying blanket. No, that's a carpet. It reminds me of the flying carpet from Aladdin. Yes, I'm old. That's one of my favorite animated movies. They've got little tassels on the end. Do you see how big this is? This is like, this is big. This is like, this is great. This is, I love this. I just met it and I love it. Yeah, I'm going to have to say, like, Causebox knocked it out of the park with this one. Between the matching mugs, the throw blanket, like the gloves with the little covers, and then, you know, the little earrings. Like, this is stuff that I will totally use every day. And, you know, on days that I feel like I need to put on a little foundation, if I get that redness back again, I will try using the Pure stuff underneath the foundation, concealer, whatever it is that I have to cover up when I'm red. But yeah, I am totally happy with these items. And I mean, like, the blanket alone is, I think, probably, like, probably, definitely the most, like, substantial big item that I've gotten in one of these type of boxes. And again, I just think it's so nice that they sent, like, the not exactly matching, but complementing color mugs. I think that's so cool. And I'm totally happy with this. So check out Causebox if you're looking for a subscription box. They do a seasonal box. Like, I believe I mentioned earlier, they're not monthly. They're like a quarterly kind of thing. And definitely, I would recommend checking them out if you like the kind of items that you saw. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.